or you've got green eyes, or you've got blue eyes, or you've got grey eyes. It all starts here. Join me for a bit of New Order. Hello and welcome to another edition of Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. Have you seen we've got the t-shirt as well? Okay, so it all starts here, or more accurately, it started here with me. So I was agonizing, what band should I start with? I thought, well, I could have early influences, you know, through the Jam, all the mod and ska stuff, the mod revival. And then I thought, well, it's got to be where something very significant, where everything kind of changed. And for me, that was New Order. My influences, my vinyl buying, my enjoyment of music changed completely after hearing that. So this is the second single, Everything's Gone Green and Procession. And I bought this in a bin. Now, if you'd explain, I suppose a lot of people, they like New Order because they got into Joy Division first. But this was 1981. So I was, 15, 16. And Joy Division had kind of passed me by a bit. That would come later. So I saw this. Now I knew obviously about Joy Division, and I knew they formed New Order, but I wasn't really aware of what was going on. I used to read the New Musical Express and the Melody Maker about New Order, etc. So I thought I'd find out, and I saw that in a record shop quite locally, and I didn't actually realise it was New Order. Pulled it out on New Order, so I give that a go. And I thought it was absolutely fantastic. In fact, the B-side Procession is one of my all-time New Order favourites. So let's go through some New Order vinyl in Stevie's Vinyl Cupboard. Okay, so I guess we'll start with, let's get the albums out of the way, and I'll look down just so I get my dates right, if that's okay. So 1981. So I bought that single, then I bought the first single. I think I bought Temptation, then the EP. So it's quite a while getting around to buying an LP. And I bought their first LP, which is, of course, 1981's Movement. Now, for me, I wasn't overawed at the time, but it was really grown on me. And favourite track, I'll tell you my favourite track each time. Got to be Dreams Never End. Absolutely brilliant bit of bass playing introduction, hooky singing. Just love it to bits. So this has grown on me. This, if you note, absolutely love this copy. This is an original copy. Something like 120 quid now on Discogs medium price. So it's a first pressing original. Look, $3.99 Armadillo Records, which was a local, very famous shop between, I think, Bournemouth and Westbourne. That's on the south coast of the UK. So still got the original. Love it to pieces, and I would do some buying later on. Let's just sort these out. I actually got off eBay a Portuguese import. It was very cheap. That's got an original price on it of £2.50, so I don't know if that was cheaper at the time, but I think that was a £5, so that's like made in Portugal. I've included the EP, which let's go to the singles and EPs. I think this is about the same time, either 81 or 82, because Temptation was coming out. So this EP was everywhere. So this is the Factus 8. So this was really Everything's Gone Green, Procession, Mesh, Temptation, Hurt. Again, very innovative. I seem to remember this being everywhere at the time, and so I bought a copy, and later on would buy another copy. I think actually, if I give you a bit of advice, buying any kind of original New Order is probably a good, if you're into New Order and you like Factor Records. So then we move on to 1983, and again another stunning LP, Power Corruption and Lives, 1983. Again, Age of Consent, We All Stand, The Village, 586. Blue Monday is the best-selling ever single at the time, stuck on here. Your Silent Face, all-time favourite track. Leave Me Alone, all-time favourite. Ultraviolence as well. So they are brilliant. Peter Saville Associates, brilliant graphic design. So you're getting a real package here. Then I think this is from about the same era. This is I wouldn't recommend I put this in here. It's a picture disc interview. So I think this is, I forget, it's on Discos, it's by somebody or other, kind of bootleggy type thing. It was still sold in mainstream shops. I don't know why I bought it, frankly, just because it was there. Okay, so 1985. Again, another fantastic LP. Low Life, 1985. Love Vigilantes. On here, the cracking single and 12-inch Perfect Kiss. Time of Night, Sunrise, Soon You Think, Subculture, Face Up. A brilliant album. Some really, this is just one of the greatest LP runs I think of any band. And also you've got the kind of rice paper inner sleeve photography as well. Let's have a look at that. I think it's worth. So there you are. You've got Bernie and Peter Hookie. Brilliant graphics, and I think, yes, I've got the eBay receipt on this one. So a while ago, about 3 years ago, I just saw one for under a tenner, bid on it, and won the bid, so why not? Then we get to 1986 and Brotherhood. So this cover is inspired by, I think it's the surface of some nuclear bomb or some, I used to remember what it was, but Paradise Weirdo, as it was when it was Broken Promise, Way of Life, the great track Bizarre Love Triangle, All Day Long, Interest, Every Little Counts. So again, brilliant record, brilliant design. Now, I haven't got the date on this, so I assume it was 86, 87. They did the single Touched by the Hand of God and the music for the film Salvation, which is kind of like a dark comedy. And I think I saw this at the time, so just went for it. Yeah, Salvation theme, Touched by the Hand of God, Skull Crusher. There's Arthur Baker there, come on, Sputnik, and Let's Go. So just show the track listing yourself. I do remember it being a great film, but there we are. Now this one I never really had, so this was the compilation 1987 Substance. I did have the tape, the 2-tape set in that lovely factory box with the postcards. Unfortunately I sold it on eBay ages ago. I wish I'd have kept it now. This came up and I think I bought it for a tenner, and this is actually very expensive. I bought it off eBay. This is very expensive, but I didn't expect to win it. So I checked out, and it is an original pressing, so 1987. So this has got Temptation, Blue Monday, Confusion, These Last, Perfect Kiss. It's got it all on there. And then we come to Technique. Now I didn't have the LP Technique. I bought this quite a few years later. I actually had the LP on tape. I used to listen to it on my Sony Walkman, kind of like a sports version. And again, very innovative. And I was kind of losing a bit of interest in music at that time, so Technique would be the last one I really listened to a lot. And then we have the LPs. We have the Peel Sessions, New Order. Again, another collectible. So glad I bought this at the time. And that's quite early stuff. Turn the Heater On, We'll Stand Too Late, 586. So that's from early in their career. So we've got that. So that's the albums. I did. I think it was really at the time CDs, vinyl was getting more and popular CDs were coming in, and for me CDs were killing it, but I did later Get Republic 93. So again, my interest had kind of waned in the 90s, and then I didn't really bother with the hiatus. And then you had Get Ready. I didn't get Waiting for the Sirens Call or Lost Sirens, which I would look for, and I hadn't got Music Complete. But I did find Radio 1 Live in Concert, the BBC CD. Right, so that's the albums of New Order in Stevie's vinyl cupboard. So if you bear with me, because I couldn't be bothered to edit all this. I'm not a great editor at the moment. If anybody can recommend some decent editing where you can chop and change. Right, so let's go here. So I'll go through the singles, but I'll go through the. Shall I go through 7 inches, or do you want 7 inches or 12 inches? We'll stick. I'm in the box. So as I say, I bought Everything's Gone Green, and I bought the 7-inch Ceremony, and then went on from there. And the 12 inches popular at the time. So let me switch to my singles. So here we go. Ceremony, In a Lonely Place, Fat 23. So again, these are all original pressings, most of them. And that's that. The next one up, I think this is Everything's Gone Green, 12-inch, and Mesh, Cries and Whispers. So these are 81. Yeah, 81. Let's just try and keep the order here. Again, I can remember dancing to this, the New Order concert, Temptation and Hurt, Fact 63. Again, first and original pressing, bought in 1982 when it was released. Then we come to Blue Monday. Now then, one of these I think is original. I think this is a later pressing of Blue Monday with the sleeve that I actually lost money on, even though it was a best-selling 12-inch at the time. I think this might be the original one. Yeah, one of them's original. One of them was actually caked in dirt, so I undertook a restoration of the cover and cleaned it, and it came up beautifully. Yeah, I think that's the original. Again, so that's an original first pressing. One of them is, one of them isn't. Then we come to so it's Blue Monday 83. 83, you also get the Arthur Baker sort of influence, Confusion. Getting into dance floor stuff. Love the colours and the design there. And again, over the years, if I've seen like a duplicate just to as a backup, I've bought another one. Coming into 84, we have Thieves Like Us, again, bought at the time, original pressing. And I saw another one recently in the record shop for a £5, and I still think that's kind of reasonable. So that's you can see that £5. That whenever I see that kind of thing, I sort of have a contemplate: will it be worth more in the future? Yes, almost certainly. And then the darker cover in 84, Murder. Then after that, we have The Perfect Kiss, and again, you might not be able to see that. It's kind of just a very light silver, embossed on a silver cover, and the inner, you've just got the lyrics and the dark kind of maroon, pinky maroon. Then we've got Subculture and Double Vulture. Again, brilliant track, and that's 85, those two. And then we have Factory Communications for Shell Shock. Alex, I don't know who Alex is. Photography by someone, 28 in the charts. These are all usually number 1, number 2 and number 3. I'm looking at all number 1s on the indie chart. So that was that, and I think one of the later concerts, so with Shell Shock, then it was State of the Nation, 86. State of the Nation and Shame of the Nation. So that's 86, and I saw them in concert, and I've got to be honest, I didn't like that song. You can't like everything, can you? State of the Nation, and then I think so the covers get more obscure. Yeah, that's Bizarre Love Triangle, so that's also 86, Bizarre Love Triangle. And then we're kind of coming to Bizarre Love Triangle, Truth Faith, 12-inch. Yep, True Faith, of course, big hit for them, 87, number 4 in the charts. And also the same year, 87, was Touched by the Hand of God, which would have been gone on the Salvation film. So it's Touched by the Hand of God. And then I think after that, what have we got here? My interest kind of waned a bit. But I think later on I did see that and think, oh, I don't know what it even is. I haven't got the cover. That's the Truth Faith remix. Truth Faith and 1963, which was from 1987 as well. So then I think the vinyl collecting is moving around a bit, and it sort of tapered off. I did pick up a couple of things ages ago, $2.99, so that's when Electronic, I wonder what year that was. What was that, 90 something, 93? So that's Electronic Disappointed, and that's a promo version. So that's worth maybe a couple of quid. And even the other day, I was out and saw the original. So that was the hookup with Barney, Marr and Tennant. So a bit of Smiths and Pet Shop Boy influence there. So that's the albums, and that's the 12 inches showing you the cover art. Let's have a bit of singles now. So let's see if we can't get all these in and out. So we've got Ceremony, the first one, and I bought a spare copy, and you see those, and those are, actually I'll just bear with me. You see those, and they keep their value, and they're worth, I'm not saying they're worth fantastic amount, but they do keep their value, and they do seem to be going up because the whole design, because it's New Order and the Joy Division connection, and it's Factory Records, and anything Factory just seems to keep its value, especially New Order. So it all started with that one. We're coming back round to the start now. I did see another one, so I got that as well. These went up to about a £5 each when I was collecting them many years ago. If you look online, they're about ridiculous money now, like £20-25, which is too much, really. But it's a nice kind of screen printed kind of Haçienda kind of cardboardy. It's only cardboard. Girlfriend had a yellow one, and when we split up, she kept it. So I kind of on the rebound bought one, and then bought another one, and then thought, well, how many of these things are there? I think there's 9 in production. So that's the, I don't know if you can see that, that's orange. That's the more orangey one. There is a red one, and there's 2 in here in this cover. So I've got 2 red ones as well. Is it red? Yeah. Yeah, so that's 2 red ones. So I got a bit carried away. And I think this one I got a deal on. This was ages ago at a record fair. It's got £8 on it. Oh God! But I thought, well, when are you going to get a purple one? Eh? When do you see them? And then there's this turquoisey one. And the one I'm missing, I think there's another one. There's like a pale blue one. So if anyone out there has like an extra pale blue and they want a yellow or a red, please get in touch. So yeah, I went a bit overboard there, and you see people doing the artworks of them, like a block of 9. I'm one short, so I can fill in with one of the other colours, but I'm waiting to get the frame made. So the 7-inch Temptation. And you won't be able to see it. It's a lovely kind of embossed, little embossed cover there. Just get the light on that. Yeah, no. Then these are still out there if you want to collect them. I've got, yeah, there's a couple of those. Subculture, which was free with Record Mirror. So they would release these kind of compilations. So yeah, I don't know who the other people are. I don't really care. Also, I don't know if there was a cover with this one, but I haven't got it, but it was Subculture, 7-inch. Then I've got Touched by the Hand of God, and I forgot I had it, so I bought another one at the record fair. It's just the way, isn't it? And then Shell Shock, and I think this keeps happening to me. I keep forgetting, have I got that one? And I'll buy another one, but I don't mind, because with New Order you are getting this Waiting for the Siren's Call, absolute brilliant track, and I bought that on a holiday in New Zealand. I was trekking around New Zealand in 2006, so bought that. I think there's 3 of those. That's got Secret Machine's Mix of Temptation, and then I got that one, which has Bizarre Love Triangle, and if I remember, if my memory serves me correct, they released 3. So yeah, so let's go back to so yeah, I'm missing the LPs of Republic, Get Ready, Waiting for the Sirens Call, Lost Sirens, and Music Complete. But I'd say I'm not that interesting, but I would be interested in Waiting for the Sirens Call. So that's the singles. Just a little bit of shout out to John Sim, Paddy Considine, I always call him Constantine, and Steve Coogan. If you watch that film, 24-Hour Party, it's quite a good laugh, and that shows a bit of the background of New Order. Just want to show you something else to finish off. So I was in a bookstore. I saw 2 for a £5 or £3 each. Don't be offended, Peter. Peter did an excellent series of books, and I read the Joy Division one, and there was so much detail in there. I thought, I bet he knows which concerts I went to, and he did all the I don't know how he jotted all that down with what he was going through, if you know what I mean. All the drink and a bit of you know, other things. But if I just I believe I saw New Order 4 times. I think it was 4. And I've put I Was Here. So 2nd of December 1983. New Order played the Town Hall, which is no longer there, in Bournemouth, supported by James and the Wake. Quite like the Wake, so I've put I Was There, and as you go through I was there. So this was I did a little what was it, a national diploma in Southampton, and I have somewhere, and I wanted to show you the original poster from this. So this was New Order play the Mayfair Suite, and I put I Was There, and I've got an original. I think I've put and it's supported by, I think it was some band called The Scientist or something like that. They were bloody awful. But I can remember that clear as day. I stood at the back so I could dance, and I was dancing to Temptation. It sounded fantastic. So well done, Hooky. And then there's another one here. I was then again, and this is Poole Art Centre in Poole, so that's 29th of March 86. But it's brilliant detail by Peter, so well done, Peter. Please like this video and draw it to his attention. But yeah, just a quick recommendation, that book, absolutely brilliant. And I think it was after that concert, it's not that it was a bad concert, but I was doing other things, and my interest was waning in vinyl. I wasn't able to play the vinyl. CDs coming, it was easier to play CDs, and I stopped sort of slowing down collecting or just picking up bits of vinyl. It was only many years later. So I hope you've enjoyed this delve into New Order. I hope it's a good introduction for somebody. I'm just trying to think, do I have anything else? I'll probably have I think you'll see I've recorded a later video, a video at the record fair, and I picked up another Perfect Kiss. So when you see that video, if you watch that video, I haven't actually covered that here. It's just over there, but it needs a good clean anyway. So thank you again for watching Stevie's Vinyl Cover. Please like and subscribe, all that kind of jazz. I'll leave you with some lyrics. On 1,000 islands in the sea, I see 1,000 people just like me. 100 unions in the snow, I watch them walking, falling in a row. Some of these lyrics are brilliant. See you next time. Oh, here it is, found it.